Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today as we're talking about WWE's King of the Ring, which is going to be returning to action next Monday live on the USA Network. It looks like WWE has basically been pumping out gimmick after gimmick, trying to get people fired up to watch Monday Night Raw. We've had the legends show up. We've done this, we've done that. We're coming off of SummerSlam. We're building towards to the Clash of the Champions, which I believe is the next pay-per-view. And basically they're just trying just any gimmick they can to get people to come back. It's been quite a few years since we've seen the King of the Ring. The last King of the Ring, of course, was won by Wade Barrett, who turned his gimmick into becoming the King, which he used until leaving WWE shortly after WrestleMania 32. In the past, we've basically seen William Regal. He won the King of the Ring, which is supposed to be his last big push. The word on the street was that the reason why they did that was they wanted to push him against Triple H, giving Triple H somebody to feud with. It kind of was like a thank you to William Regal as well as a thank you to Triple H, putting them into the ring together. If you've watched the Triple H documentary back in the day, it was kind of William Regal who took him under his wing in WCW that pushed him to the point where he is today. And as you can see, that William Regal helps out a lot with NXT. Triple H takes care of the people who took care of him during his career. Of course, 2010, they had a King of the Ring, which was won by Sheamus. He used that gimmick, I think, until WrestleMania. Sheamus used the gimmick until he won the championship at WrestleMania. He won the United States Championship, and I think that's when he stopped wearing like the headgear. He probably had the coolest crown out of everybody out there. And of course, Booker T won the King of the Ring years back, and he wore that until the end of his WWE career, and then basically took that gimmick to TNA with him as well. You look over the list of guys, they're going with a 16 superstar tournament, 8 superstars from Raw, 8 superstars from SmackDown. There is no grid or tournament bracket, I guess you can say. So we're just looking over the list of guys. You've got The Miz, Ricochet, Cedric Alexander, Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Kevin Owens, Ali, Apollo Crews, Chad Gable, Elias, Andrade Cien Almas, Buddy Murphy, and Shelton Benjamin. Right off of the bat, the only babyface that I would pick in this tournament that has a chance to win this, I believe, would be Ricochet. Of course, he uses the Twitter name King Ricochet, and if they're just wanting to have a tournament in order to crown the King of the Ring, and then just sort of use that as a way to push ratings for a reason to watch Raw, and it's not going to be an ongoing gimmick like it was with King Booker or King Barrett or any of that. King Ricochet would be a good choice. He just had a good match at SummerSlam against AJ Styles where he came up short. Of course, with the outside interference of the OC or the club, whatever you want to call him, he would probably be a really good pick. But much like the past King of the Rings, I think that a heel is the guy that has to come out of this on top. I think we can all hope that it's not going to be Baron Corbin. We've seen enough of this guy, and him being told that he's not going to get a chance to go after the WWE Championship, and then really not being on WWE television for the last month since Extreme Rules. It's been really, really big. It's been really fun. Baron Corbin wasn't even on the SummerSlam pay-per-view or the pre-show, so I think everybody out there cheered a little bit. Looking over the SmackDown brand, we've got, Ali is a guy that basically sort of lost his spot due to injury, where he was replaced by Kofi Kingston, and Kofi Kingston would go on to being in the Elimination Chamber, and then going on and winning the championship at WrestleMania. He lost out on a big opportunity, which turned into something big for somebody else. I don't think that a thank you to Ali is the reason why you give it to him, but he is sort of somebody to have in the back of your mind. Apollo Crews would be a really fun King of the Ring. It'd be a little bit of a change of a gimmick. I think everybody has been hoping for something out of him since he came to NXT off the Independents, and he's been in the system for a while. When he got bumped up to the main roster, I believe, the night after WrestleMania 32, I was really looking forward to something, but it's been 3 years, and although there's been something here and there along the way, Apollo Crews had a run at the Intercontinental Championship, and then, of course, you go back to Braun Strowman beating Baron Corbin at TLC this year. Baron Corbin was holding down Apollo Crews, and because of the fact that, Braun Strowman wasn't cleared to wrestle but needed to win the match, Apollo Crews came in there and was one of the guys that was messing with Baron Corbin. Nothing came out of it, much like everything else, but we all keep hoping for something, and WWE is almost like the point of you stick there long enough, even though you're not getting a push, but because you stuck there, all of a sudden one day they just turn the light on and be like, oh, we didn't know you were this good. Well, a lot of us have been knowing this guy's good for a long time. Elias, to me, as far as I know, he's the 24/7 champion right now. He would have been my favorite in order to win this, just because of the fact they keep pumping him up and making him a big deal. Being King Elias, as well as, they could play off Elvis Presley and the King of Rock and Roll. That would be a fun way to use that gimmick. Andrade Cien Almas would be a way to give him a huge push. It could be, I don't know if they want to go with the King of Mexico or something like that, but that would be a fun way to push it. Buddy Murphy looked like he was going to get some sort of a push, couldn't even get a win during the pre-show. That match, of course, was against Apollo Crews, which seemed like it came out of the middle of nowhere, because so many people were really thinking Buddy Murphy was going to have a match against Roman Reigns. So I don't really know what they're doing with there, but Shelton Benjamin, it seems like he's the new Ron Simmons, just showing up in situations, just giving that look at the camera, much like Ron Simmons, but damn! That seems bad, so we'll go over this video again when they come out with brackets, if they come out with them before Monday. Just looking at them, I will just go off of the fact that maybe they're going to do them the way they are. So we'll pick Ricochet over The Miz. We'll pick Samoa Joe over Cedric Alexander. We'll take Drew McIntyre over Baron Corbin. We'll take Cesaro over Sami Zayn. We'll put Ricochet over Samoa Joe. We'll take Drew McIntyre over Cesaro. That would put Ricochet and Drew McIntyre in the final. For that one, just for this, maybe we take Drew McIntyre to get the win there. I've been looking for him to get a push ever since WrestleMania. So then we'll look at the SmackDown side. I'll take Kevin Owens over Ali. I'll take, that's a tough match. Two guys I love. We'll take Apollo Crews over Chad Gable. We'll take Andrade over Elias. We'll take Buddy Murphy over Shelton Benjamin, which leaves us with Kevin Owens over Apollo Crews. We'll take Andrade over Buddy Murphy, which leaves us with Andrade over Kevin Owens. I guess that doesn't give us the best King of the Ring final, with Andrade going up against Drew McIntyre. But I guess I would take Andrade Cien Almas to get the win here. So my makeshift King of the Ring is going to be this. The ending line of the website for WWE.com for the King of the Ring says, don't miss any of the action for the King of the Ring. The tournament kicks off next Monday night. The last time we did the King of the Ring, they used the WWE Network. They had half of the matches on Raw. They had half the matches on SmackDown. And then they had the semifinal as well as the final on the WWE Network on Wednesday. I believe it aired after NXT, even though it was filmed at SmackDown on Tuesday. It kind of makes it seem like that may be something they might do. They might do it all on Monday Night Raw, doing a continuous action, giving us a reason to tune in each and every Monday. So I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but this should be fun. We'll take a look at this when they revamp us and give us some brackets, and we'll see what's going down. Peace out, everybody.